Chris here with Work To Game, and it is time for another afternoon of streaming in World of Warcraft. I've been just knocking out some dailies and stuff as I was kind of cleaning up things for the afternoon, but we are going to go in and work on some fishing this afternoon. Working towards my artifact fishing rod, finishing off my last few fishing buddies, if they're up. I haven't looked to see who's up today, so we'll just have to kind of play that by ear. And so that's done. Let me make sure that they didn't drop anything interesting. I did get some rep from my other stuff today. Be cool if I finished Exalted off by doing this, because I haven't really been paying attention to where my reps are at. With Legion, I've just been grabbing rep from them pretty non-stop. If I open up Legion, I'm not even revered with anybody on this character yet, so got a long way to go there. Let's jump in here and do some salvage crate. Boom, baby. There we go. Nothing good. That's what I thought. Never anything good. That's okay. We will rotate in. I have no follower gear for these guys. Yesterday was pretty lame on follower gear, so let's hope for better luck out of today's missions. I see a few more are up, so that's a good sign. We got this rare one here. We'll go ahead and send them out. And we're looking for this follower gear by far. Got a 4-hour, send that out. Got another 4-hour, send that out. That should at least yield a couple of pieces. That's worthless. But have I ever done that mission? Why is that one? There we go. Make sure I've done all these before. I would assume I've done all the commons before. The rares are mostly where I'm running into missions that I still haven't done. This one I've never done, so let's go ahead and just run that. That's fine. Now we can just focus on experience. So let's go ahead and jump down and grab these nice big group ones. What's going on, Cody? Thinking about picking up BFA and trying WoW again? It's an easier time than ever, so I don't know if it's live yet, but definitely as a BFA, if you pay 15 bucks a month, if you've played in the past, you have access all the way up to Legion. So depending on where you got off in the past, what you would have had to do is pay 60 bucks for everything up to Legion, and then another 60 bucks for Battle for Azeroth, or wait for one of the campaigns where they discount that. They've removed that cost. So it's an easy time to get back in. You know, sometimes they have like free weekend campaigns and stuff. What's going on, Matt? Just like Final Fantasy, so keep your eye out for those. Come back, give it a shot. Nice and easy. There we go. I know Final Fantasy has been kind of in a little bit of a lull at this point in Stormblood, which isn't shocking mid-expansion, so like I think a lot of people are caught off guard by it, and that doesn't really... It makes sense, right? I mean, it's... All the newness of the expansion is worn off. You left off in Legion. Okay. Well, yeah, then you already own everything up to Battle for Azeroth. What about Legion didn't excite you, or what game are you playing that maybe just outpaced it? I think I need to mine these because I need this ore built up for Goblin Gliders. So I've been kind of not doing this every day, and I really need to be disciplined about doing my Garrison mine every single day. If I don't want to have to go out in the world and gather, if I would do this every day, at least on one character, I would have lots and lots of mining done. I'm pretty sure you can do it on multiple characters even if they don't have mining. I'm pretty sure it just gives you a mining pick, just like it lets me gather the herbs and the other thing. So I think I can generate a pretty preposterous amount of this ore every day. Once my engineer can't actually make Goblin Glider kits yet, but I set up his engineer in his Garrison today, so hopefully that's in the near future. Go ahead and drink all this coffee. Alright. We got max coffee buff, max mining buff. Let's do this. Running around mining like a fiend. 14 had your attention for a while, but now you're playing a bunch of console games. Have you tried Warframe? If you're looking for an MMO that plays well and stuff over there, you could try Warframe, and that's free. It's by far the best free-to-play MMO I've seen, and then Guild Wars is free up to the current content. So you could always try out Guild Wars. There's really no need for a trial anymore since it's free to play. because it's buy to play, but they're only making you buy the most recent expansion. But yeah, I'm really excited about Battle for Azeroth. I think it looks really good. The rep grinds look fun. The professions are taking an interesting direction. I think they're finally saying that it's hard for a new player to come in and grind their professions all the way up. So they're starting to say now your professions are just going to level per expansion. So you're going to have like a profession skill for each expansion. So you decide what expansions you want to be able to do the recipes from. So if you're interested in transmog, you'll have to go back and do old stuff. But otherwise, just worry about current content, which is neat. Warframe has a very steep learning curve, if that's the one that... I know there's a 9-second delay, so if that's the one I'm talking about, you said it confuses you. Warframe can be very, very confusing. I am still very much a Warframe noob, but I've enjoyed the time I've spent on it. There we go. Headphone battery is low because I've been enjoying multiple play sessions in a row now without being plugged in, so if that makes sense. We'll move back to being corded. Let me jump into Discord and make sure I'm showing up. Looks like I am. Good, good, good. All right. Now we'll go do our herbalism. I gotta be careful not to accidentally click gather my mail because I just mailed a bunch of stuff from my bank because I'm interested in no longer listing things on my bank until the expansion drops, but that means I needed somewhere to store those items. So I shipped them all to this character, and then when the expansion drops, I can ship them all back. So, don't open the mail. It's a lot of stuff. If we have a guild in which game? I know we definitely have an open door policy in 14. In Guild Wars, I think Brian's playing with some people from the community, so I don't know kind of who runs that guild and all that. In WoW, I actually can't extend invites because we're raiders, and I'm friends and family in this guild. But I'd be happy to play with you guys. I'm already a guest in this guild, so I can't extend invites. Oh, didn't mean to do that. But I would love to play with you guys. They've been carrying me through like mythics and stuff like that, so it's a good way for me to, if I want to try the raid scene, they'll gladly like kind of carry me through on their alts because they raid a lot, so they'll be raiding on their alts. So that's a raid group that like they'll raid some weeks, not others. It's, you know, come and go as you please, which is about the level of raid schedule I can commit to right now. But I would love to raid with you guys, or just goof around in some mythics, or run heroics. I think the initial expansion, there's going to be a big rush to do all the content all the time. So if any of you guys want to play, I love the way the friends list and everything looks now. So it just seems to be able to allow groups, and those groups kind of work. They're expanding that groups with Battle for Azeroth, where you can kind of have groups that exist outside of just the one game across the whole of Battle.net. So we could have maybe we can have like a Work To Game group when all that rolls. They're called communities, and they don't quite have them working yet. So don't open all that. Send mail to Fearbank. They changed TSM. It got updated today, so I'm just getting used to it. We're interested in... Oh, no. Give me that back. Give me that back. Ship this. There we go. And the Fell Slate. And the Unbroken Tooth. Send it off. Alright. So that is all of that. You never got to do any mythics or heroics? The mythics are super... mythic dungeons are super fun. Super fun. They're very, very attainable as the expansion goes on. So if they're hard at first, just give it time. As people's eye levels increase, that becomes easier to deal with. I think that's it for Draenor for today. So I think we're done here. So we're going to jump over and get started on the fishing, which is the reason for the stream. I usually spend my first 5 to sometimes even 30 minutes of stream kind of knocking out daily tasks. You could play an hour a day just to maintain in these games. I don't know how I'm going to deal with that in BFA, because my Druid's going to have so much I want to do, but I want to have all 4 of my 110s to 120 within the first month, ideally, because that's when having their professions up is going to do a lot of work for me. Let's go see what Nomi has for us. You got 70 on Bard today, Matt? That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you have any other classes you want to level, or are you going to just sit tight on Bard for a while? Gosh, my Bard is like 15 or something goofy. I got a long way to go there. Okay, got some more recipes. Ooh, 2 new recipes today. No duplicates there, that's great. Okay, Bear Tartar level 2. Now, let's go ahead and send this off. I've got room for 4 recipes. Alright, he's totally capped. Unless I just don't have enough on me. Right? Yeah, he's totally locked up. Awesome. And this is all stuff that needs to be dealt with the bank and everything like that. These are starting to trade for back to kind of their cheat level. So I think I'm going to go ahead and kind of hold on to those and see if they go up in price. If they don't go up in price, I'll just end up using them. That's no big deal. So we'll go ahead and put those away. Put all this stuff away with it. And I think that's it. Dranic Seeds are soulbound. Alright. I can go ahead and send this off to my bank. Send to McPhear Bank. Send that off. Alright. Now I have a ton of Primal Spirits, oh my gosh. See if there's any of this I can drop off in my bank here. That's trash. I don't know what that is. Oh, my bank is full. Except for Dranic Stone. I want Dranic Stone back. Right click to clean up. Man, I have so much junk in here. I have so much junk in here. We'll take the Drowned Mana with us. And I think that's it. Can drop those off. I gotta find a way to get rid of some of this. That's trash. This is trash. Okay. Just trying to get to where I kind of have my inventory as clean as possible for the expansion. So I've been trying to work through it a little bit each day. I can sell all this to the vendor. Man, my bank space is just tight for... So in terms of raids, I think WoW has the better raiding scene. LFR is a lot more toxic, but the raid content as a whole, I feel that WoW has the better system. The community is absolute junk around like the entry level, but just as far as like across the board goes, yeah, I would say WoW has the better. And honestly, if I was even going to give Final Fantasy a hint of a chance at having the best, that would have been before they said that things like Ultimate were taking a back seat. Whether or not you do Ultimate, whether or not I do Ultimate, has nothing to do with whether or not there needs to be Ultimate. It is incredibly important to a game that there is incredibly hard content out there, and that there is a wide spectrum of content from unbelievably easy all the way up to harder than I will ever attempt. And that is something WoW offers, and 14 does not. Alright, so let's go see which fishing buddy is up today. It's just there's too much spank and tank, and there's too much of a gap between Alliance raids, where people were basically sitting AFK, and Savage mode trials and stuff, where it is so unforgiving that people just give up. There needs to be middle steps, and there needs to be something for all levels of players. So if we type in fish, let's see who's up today. Accrual is up today. That does not help us. We do not need Accrual, so we will do Margos, Drowned Mana, Drowned Mana. Yep. I wish they would have named that one correctly, but that's fine. And we will run out of the way, equip our bobber, and off we go. When I play in windowed mode when I stream, it's a lot easier if I do the bigger bobber. I don't always do it, but it is a lot easier. This is nice. So we'll just sit here and farm this up. The goal is to get best friends with Margos then, I guess, today. That would be the plan. We do need to keep an eye on how much drowned mana we have, because you can only have 100 of it, so we'll put that over here in the corner. And keep an eye on how much mining I can get done, or how much money I can get. I have my loot appraiser running. Knowing that all the loot from this is just fish, I'll be keeping all of these. For turning into Nomi. I'd love to have all the Nomi recipes at some point. I don't know when I would ever do that, since I wasn't an active Legion player, but would be nice. Try a lot harder to max everything in Battle for Azeroth. Try to really get everything unlocked that's unlockable. So in like Broken Isles as a whole, I only got 43% of the items, which that's the easy 43%. So I got a long way to go when you talk about all the raid gear that I missed and stuff like that. Do we play any tabletop games? I play D&D games. I do probably 2 D&D games a year. They both last several months with my brothers and some mutual friends between me and my brothers. So there's kind of a group. And then I also play I play Warhammer 40k, which should be in the books behind me somewhere here. So I'll be going to my first tournament for that, my first official tournament, August 11th, which I'm pretty pumped about. So that is what I do outside of video games. And then since December, I've been trying to I've been trying to work off like the belly and stuff. Like I got to the point where I was starting to need new clothes and things were uncomfortable and I felt tired all the time, and like I just really had kind of let myself go over the last probably 5 years. So I've also spent a lot of time working out, which is just a couple days a week going and either I meet with friends and we ride bikes pretty casually, or I signed up at this gym thing where this coach basically makes me do a bunch of stuff that makes me sweat really hard. It's like a group thing, so it's not like a personal trainer, but similar idea. You kind of do like a P90X type workout as a group for an hour, and I do that twice a week, and so that's really all my hobby time. I watch TV with my wife, we play board games with friends. Yeah, that's it. Brian has, I don't know where Brian would even get I don't even know where Brian gets the time he does have. He works a crazy number of hours, and then he spends a ton of time with his kids and his wife, and then outside of that, really he's gotten to the point where pretty much the rest of his time is entirely monopolized by Work To Game. That's awesome, Cody. What is Warhammer Quest? Is that their roleplay? I know they have one. Go. I think Warhammer has one of the most engaging universes. Especially the 40k universe. I really love the story and stuff, and I'm not a lore guy, so it has to be pretty intense for me. What I'm really worried about is just not being heavy anymore. And like I know there's heavier people, but you shouldn't have to wait until it's 100 pounds to take it seriously. So this time last year I was the heaviest I've ever been. I don't know how far I am into my 750 with this guy. I don't think he takes them all from you at once. I think he has you turn them in a little bit at a time. I think my loot appraiser is not working. Because it says I'm at 0 gold, and these fish do have value. I don't know. Maybe it has a threshold. Maybe it's not counting all the little stuff, but the little stuff does add up. All right, I have 10 drowned mana, and I have 10 drowned mana, and I have 10 drowned mana. Okay, so we're now pals. So then we got to become good pals, friends, good friends, best friends. I think maybe. So I got a long way to go. I think pal's like the first one. Yeah, Cody, and this feels weird to say, like, because so many of my friends have kids, and I love how involved they are as parents, and like I love being an uncle, and it's awesome spending time with kids. But the group I play with, we play online, so we play over Skype and Google Hangouts, and we're spread across like 5 time zones. And so, and then the person who hosts, I was the DM last season, it was my first time DMing, and like I have like all these documents up, and I'm showing maps, and I have kind of like and I built mine in still Illustrator and stuff, and so like I had all this fog of war. So as they came around different corners, I revealed to them kind of what they were seeing, and we spend all this time, and because we're across such time zones, like, to do all of that, you have to really block out like 3-hour sessions, and you have to all be on time, and you have to stay the whole time, which means no distractions. And so the group I play with that I was invited into, they have a pretty hard rule on no kids. So everybody in that group is people without kids, and like it feels awful to not invite people with kids, but our experience has been that, especially because we're all so young, our friends that have kids, they're not doing their own thing. Like, it's a lot of babies and toddlers, and so like when they say they need to go be with their kid, I want them to go be with their kid. That also means that because we also play with kind of a larger group, like I think last time we were up at like 7 or 8 people, that's a lot of people to leave sitting around when you disappear for like 20 minutes, and then you get back, and then I disappear for 20 minutes, and then I get back and somebody else disappears for 20 minutes, and then we've lost an hour. And so I think it would be better if we were doing it in person, because then, like, if you needed to leave early, you could leave early, but in that time we'd be really focused. But because it's online, it's already hard to keep people's attention. It's very hard. So you're a battle cleric? Were you were you guys all in the same race, team, army? I don't know what they call it. Hey, Aegea. I love the different armies. I play Chaos, so I play as Chaos Space Marines, which is Heretic Astartes. So we are the Space Marines that decided that the Emperor was no longer right. He broke one of the oh my gosh. You're playing in Starbucks. That's probably fair. Yeah, so I play, when you play in the army, there's what's called like codexes, and I have multiple editions worth of my codexes here. But basically when you play the tabletop game, the miniature game, Warhammer is set in a universe where there's all these different kind of teams, and then there are teams that sometimes you find yourself allied with, and there are teams that you would never find yourself allied with. Basically, the core struggle of the universe comes down to there's what's called Imperium, and then there's Xenos. Is kind of how most tournaments divide things in half. But honestly, Chaos is kind of its own thing. So Xenos is kind of non-human, and Imperium is all the human races, because humans dominated the universe. So there's a whole bunch of different factions within humans. And the Emperor... basically, as the Emperor led mankind to dominate this huge, you know, section of known space and even unknown space. And in order to help manage that, he created these genetically perfect images of himself, children, and these Primarchs. I think there were 12. And so he made them. And when they were babies, some of them were lost, and they were spread across the universe through, I don't remember what event. And he went out to find them. And he did find them, and then he raised them. And so as he raised all 12, as they grew into the young men that would go and lead his armies and help him maintain his empire, they actually took images of themselves, and that's what became the different Space Marine chapters. So they're genetically slightly inferior versions of the Primarchs, which are slightly inferior versions of him. And so they are still very, very superhuman, the individual troops are. So in theory, like 100 Space Marines should be able to wipe out like an entire planet. So even one Space Marine can sometimes wipe out an entire planet. So they're these like superhuman things. And through basically a struggle, the Primarchs that were lost, there was chaos like bred into their heart, and they kind of began to question the Emperor as being this almighty single leader. And they realized that maybe he's just a dude, and he's kind of overstayed his welcome. And they created like a little coalition, and they went up against him. And that's the heresy, right? So Horus, his favorite Primarch, his favorite son, rose up against him, and that's the Horus heresy. And there was a giant struggle to wipe out the Emperor, and Chaos ultimately failed, but they did mortally wound him. And when they mortally wounded him, he became bound to his throne. So now he's stuck in his throne. It's basically a giant life support machine that they have to feed. I think it's like 1,000 psychers a day and to gain the energy to keep him alive. So they have all these worlds ship in these low-level psychers to be ground up to feed the Emperor. And Chaos retreated into the warp where the Chaos Gods live. And we align ourselves with basically one of the 4 Chaos Gods. Some align themselves with no gods. So I have Khorne, the god of blood, rage. Really, they go into battle and they just want to see people bleed. They don't really care if it's you or them. Nurgle, the god of disease and rot. And then Slanesh, the god of lust. And they're all just kind of like coked up. They're into like really raunchy sex stuff and you know, very like S&M. And then Tzeentch, which is the god of knowledge, and then each of those has a cult troop. And so that's really kind of the story behind how my army came to be and what my army is. And each army has this whole backlog, this whole backstory. And then what's interesting is when you read all the books, the different armies, like they'll tell the same story of events, and like there will be overlaps where like certain things happen. So if there was like a natural event, that natural disaster will still be shown. But that it's written from their perspective. So like you may have known that you guys set a bomb that triggered an earthquake, but to us it was just an unpredictable earthquake. And so both history books would write that down, but you'd get it from, so when you read all these codexes and stuff, they're always written from a point of view. And so you never really know if the textbook you're reading is the whole truth. Or just part of it. And so that allows them to really explore the depth of this universe and not have to worry about contradictions and things like that. And it makes it very hard to get a hold of what is canon. But it's been around since the 1970s, and so people have pieced it together, and there isn't any true contradictions, but it's been very hard to kind of get a documented, clear version of this history. This kind of like 10,000-year window that most of it takes place in. So I love it. I'm not a lore guy. I skip every cutscene in every game. I don't read quests. I love it. And I think a lot of it is it's so baked in. So like all the pieces, they really move and feel like they're supposed to. If that makes sense. So like Khorne Berserkers, right? They're the cult troop of the god of Khorne. So they're there to just get bloody. And the way the miniature game plays is I take a turn, then you take a turn, and that's turn 1, and we play 5 turns. Some tournaments run on 6, but the base game is 5 turns. Then you roll to see if it goes on to turn 6. Then you roll to see if it goes on to turn 7, and then it's over. And so it's a very small number of turns, and so each phase is incredibly important. And basically, there's the movement phase, then the psychic phase, then the shooting phase, then the charge phase, then the fight phase, and then you resolve for morale, and your turn is over. And not all armies take advantage of all phases. Some take just very slight advantage of some phases. So like my brother's army does a ton in the shooting. They do almost nothing in the psychic or fight phase. So your turn is not horribly long depending on your list. What is that? Oh, that's the summon the guy. We can do that. Make the water glow here. And so like a fight phase, like I have a melee heavy army, which means I'm very heavily based in the fight phase, which means I need my charge phase to go well. That's what closes the distance and allows you to get the first jump on people in melee. And B, I need to be very strong in the fight phase. And so Khorne Berserkers, they actually get 2 fight phases. They're the only unit that I know of that just gets a blatant whole second fight phase. Not they attack twice as many times or they charge twice as far. They literally just at the end of the phase get to do it all over again, which makes them ridiculously powerful in combat, and they shed all kinds of blood, but they have no defenses. So as they're charging up the field, they get murdered. So you bring them in a big group so that they get murdered their way down to like a very small group, and then literally I've had one Khorne Berserker wipe out an entire one of my brother's squads. So I brought him in as a group of 8, he killed them all the way down to 1, and then he charged me, which means he gets to attack first. My guy defended all of his attacks from like 15 dudes, and then swung back and killed them all. So that feels, and so like that's how it really imparts the lore, because only the lore justifies that. And like Nurgle is like the god of disease and rot, and basically I have what's called disgustingly resilient on all my Nurgle guys, which means that if I bring Nurgle guys to a fight, if you hit them, they then roll an armor save to see if their armor deflects it. It doesn't. Fine. And then I roll what's called a disgustingly resilient, and on a 5-up it goes through my armor, but I just don't care. Like I don't take any damage. I'm so disease ridden that like you just hit a part of me that like it doesn't matter anymore. So it causes no mortal damage to my unit. So it makes them very hard to tear off the table. So it's interesting stuff. It definitely is. And so you really get to know your army, and then because it's such a dice roll heavy game, a lot like D&D encourages people who maybe even aren't normally interested in the lore to like make something up. Like you're like, hey, I try to climb the ladder, and they're like, okay, roll for that. And then you roll a 1, and you're like, and the DM's like, well, not only do you not climb the ladder, you've also allowed you make a commotion. And so like, the 1 didn't tell you to do that, but like you failed it so badly, it was a critical failure, that you need to describe how you critically failed it. Well, the tabletop miniature game kind of encourages that same thing. So it's like, my guy's a really good shot, so when he shoots, he gets to shoot on a 2-up, and if he rolls a 1, he gets to re-roll it. And so I roll a 1, and then I roll another 1. Well, that kind of encourages you to talk like a little trash, like, oh, your guy's like firing his gun in the air. And so that's where a lot of the lore gets imparted, because that's a good chance for me to explain to you, like I love rolling my Berserker's second round of attacks, even when you're already dead, because I just picture them like mauling through people's corpses, because they're really just interested in like churning blood. It doesn't really matter to them if you're dead or not. They're just going to keep going. Because they get that second fight phase no matter what. So I love adding up the overkill. And like Final Fantasy doesn't encourage that in my mind. Like MMOs in general, like I play WoW, I get the same loot whether or not I care about it. Like, and not rolling the loot doesn't play into like my character's intuition or anything like that. Like it's not like some stat pane in my character determines whether or not they're good at finding loot. It's the same chance for me as any of these other people over here when we're fishing this crap up. So I don't take lore as seriously in video games, generally. Maybe in like a Baldur's Gate or a more turn-based game, or something like that, like something slower paced. I would, but in an MMO it just doesn't mean anything to me. Drown mana. I like being over here by myself. I skip every cutscene it lets me. I'm here to play games. I'm here to kill stuff. Doesn't mean anything. Just tell me what to kill. Tell me what to click. Tell me where I can get something shiny. I'm working on my artifact fishing rod right now because it gives you the ability to walk on water. That's it. I don't feel like I'm actually fishing right now. Final Fantasy feels more like fishing because I have the controller, and so it like vibrates and everything. So I feel more like I could put like a fan on and like put a hat on and feel like I'm fishing. You know, get a beer. But meh. What's going on, Sparta?
Nothing much. Thought I'd join in the conversation.
I'm fishing up my artifact fishing rod. We're talking about lore in other games.
And yeah, I definitely feel the same way about like going by like the lore of Final Fantasy 14 over the lore of like D&D or one of those like a tabletop game. It's like you get a lot more when you're doing like D&D, but also in the same sense, I also see why it's kind of like that. Because again, it comes down to that whole issue. It's one of those small issues of like, if you have a like where you have to roll for everything.
Yeah.
Well, you would have that one guy who always critical fails. You probably had one of those in a session.
Yeah, it's fun to make jokes out of.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I've seen it. I've actually had it happen. Not to me, but to one of the guys I was DMing. I was actually DMing, and the guy rolled a critical fail on a critical fail. I had to figure out how I was going to keep him alive.
That's funny.
But yeah. Oh yeah, and I watched the video. Like you were curious about that, like Stories of the Storm. It's basically, you know how I'll put it in the WoW term. You know how WoW releases those lore books?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but it's for free.
Okay, cool.
They release a little snippet of like a story.
Neat.
That happened while we were, adventuring around, or even after we started adventuring around.
I feel like last year there was like a 2D like dungeon type thing I had to go explore, like in game.
No, it's a story. It's just it's literally just maybe about 10 paragraphs. I mean, it's not that long.
What will they have in game? Because I know they'll have in-game stuff too. Well, what will they have in-game? Because they will have in-game stuff.
The Rising.
Okay.
The Rising. That's definite. That's always will be during that time.
Well, I'm excited. It's a nice time of year for it. It is August 14th, which is World of Warcraft Day. So like, I need to look very seriously at like what the event entails and if I can spare any time for it.
Well, the tales.
But like, no, what it entails, like what it has to do, and like does it drop any pets I don't have? Does it drop any emotes that I don't have? If it does, are those things limited time? If they are limited time, will they be back? So hopefully, because I don't think I'll be doing it the day of.
Yeah.
What is Gloomhaven, Cody? There you go. As soon as this sparkle wears off, I need to remember to use that item. Let's do it right now. There we go. Just get that glowing. Oh, it's all in one kit? Oh, they like provide dungeons and stuff? That's awesome. There's a lot of books like that for like D&D and Pathfinder that kind of like help outline your experience for you. Make it a little easier on new DMs.
Well, they have books like for like D&D. There's like books like in 3.5. I haven't done any like 5.0, 6. I haven't done the new stuff. The last D&D I really did was 3.5. There were literally sets of books to get you started with DM. How to make all the rolls proper, all that stuff. I mean, it was.
Oh, yours has like figures and stuff too. That's very cool.
Ooh, well, that's really nice. I think there were some of that too, but it's.
Yeah, I'm working on some of mine right now. I have a bigger guy here on my desk somewhere. Let me find it. So like this is one of my partial guys right now. He's very big. I wish I had like a infantry on me to like show you just how big he is. But he's magnetized because I don't always bring these weapons. So he has these like tendrils he can take, but I can also put like big guns there instead if I want him to be shooting versus melee. But he's like 3 times as tall as a dude. So I mean, he'll end up this tall, and like a guy is this tall. So he's a heavy support. It's a monster. Shut up and sit down has a review on it. Awesome. I've been starting to get into Geek and Sundry slowly. It's just hard to find the time. What is that? Rune scale koi. Alright. You can catch like any fish in this area. Just any fish. It just seems to be all of the fish from like every area. Which I think is why people just sit here. And it's like nice, it's peaceful, there's no mobs, there's no fuss. It's close to Dalaran, so it's easy to just pop over and fish for a brief amount of time.
What was that creature that showed up earlier? Was that like
so basically there is a rare chance when you're fishing to find a item that will summon that creature. And when that creature dies, he makes the water glow like this for a little bit. And as long as the water is glowing, you can harvest that, and you get drowned mana. And drowned mana is a currency that's used to both gain rep with the little vendor in this area, as well as buy like certain items. So I just got it again. So I can use it right now. And it's a unique item, so everybody can only have one. And that's the reason people join raids, is because as soon as he dies, we all help kill him, and then as soon as he dies, we all get the benefit. So the more people fishing him, the faster we find that item, the higher amount of the total time in like a given hour that the water is sparkling. So if you're fishing by yourself, it may take you 10 minutes to find that thing, and then the water only sparkles for like a minute. So yeah, so it's really meant to be done in large groups. And that's why I'm trying to do it now before BFA goes live, because I don't think the groups are going to be as common after BFA goes live.
And yeah, Cody, I just feel like Square should. It's one of those, they need to stick to their guns. Like, they don't, like, them, getting to, like, some of the other stuff they've done, that's fine, but, like, going into, like, a tabletop, yeah, that's
I'm sure there's already a fan done one out there. Final Fantasy is wildly successful in Japan, so I'm sure if nothing else, there's heavily documented, heavily adjusted and perfected systems that interpret the Final Fantasy system into either a Pathfinder spin-off or a D&D spin-off.
Yeah, I can see that. And that's one thing good about like Pathfinder and D&D is like, it's so simplistic to just modify that.
So you can't hear Sparta as much. I can turn him up.
Let's see. I guess it's my headset.
You're loud on mine, so it's just I'm not. But I manually push you for mine. There we go. Try that. He can hear you. He just said you're quiet. Okay. Just keep on fishing.
Yeah, that's my main concern. Like, if the Square did that, like, because there's just some things that companies are good at, some things that they're not.
Yeah, I don't know that WoW's ever gotten involved in that space. They tried trading cards for a bit, but they mostly they really hit their stride with Hearthstone. Hearthstone's been wildly successful.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I've never played it, but even I know.
Oh, it's very fun, and it's very simple. I'm shocked at how much of a following it's gotten from like a hardcore crowd for how simple it is.
I mean, that's kind of like other games have done that. I'm trying to think of one. It wasn't a Blizzard game, because that would make no sense. I can't remember now.
Keep on fishing.
Yeah, I've just been on my Mateus character for a lot of time because I want to try to be able to do the. I didn't realize it was next week for. I didn't realize it was that soon for 4.36.
Yep.
I thought it was later. I was like,
August 7th.
Says, oh, no.
August
next
7th.
Week, and I'm like.
And then World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth the week after.
But yeah,
Super
I want to be able
pumped.
to. Yeah, I want to be able to do.
But you got a long time between August 7th and 4.4.
Well,
So,
I know
plenty
it'll
of
always be in
poggos.
the game. I just want to be able to do the. It's not the animals, or not the relics. It's the other thing coming out in 4.36. I want to be able
Monster
to do it
Hunter World? Yeah, it's not going away.
Yeah, but it comes down to that whole thing of like, if you don't have your ponies or your birds now, you have a harder time to try to get those parties together.
Oh yeah.
To do them.
Yeah, I need to see. I need to take a look at the loot table and see what all I want from it. I think I just want them out.
That's mostly what I want. I'm a heavy mount collector. A lot of the loot's just glamour loots, and
I wouldn't mind that cat minion and that pig minion.
Oh, yeah. It's just some things. I'm just glad it's just glamour. It's nothing like massive.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, it's gonna drop even more weapons that are actually, raid tier, like current raid tier, right?
There we go.
Good day to you. See you around. What can I do for you?
I don't know how far along with him I am.
How are you?
So he has these fishing goods. So as soon as I cap with him, he has all this other stuff. For best friend, good friend, friend, and then... Yeah, I can't buy anything until I'm at that point.
Safe travel.
So I'm pal right now. Takes time.
Yeah, that's what I
Takes about 2 to 3 hours to fish up best friend with per fishing friend, and there's 7 of them in this expansion. There's 7 of the raids, and this one is up all the time, and then one of the other 6 is up depending on the day, and it rotates each day.
Yeah, what I was helping was on that Mateus character. I'm doing. I'm in Stormblood now on it. I'm at the point where I need to be doing Truthway for the Violent Tides, the side dungeon to unlock flying in this area, and I'm doing the MSQ while I wait.
Nice. That's awesome, Cody. I hope that takes off for him. You can always use more games in the world. Put that up on its own. It's easier to see. Just keep fishing.
Just keep fishing. Just keep fishing.
This is a nice, relaxing way to spend part of my afternoon, though.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't take too much time. Doesn't take a crazy amount of effort. You just kind of sit, do it to it. I don't know if there's any anything that I'm working towards as far as an achievement this exact moment. I know like I'm working towards some like long-term achievements, but I don't know if like there's like an achievement I would get today. This is all stuff that's like building towards it. So like become best friends. Well, Keeper Rain and Corbin are not up. Keeper Rain was up yesterday and I did a third of it, but I started too late at night to get it all done. Complete 20 of the fishing world quests. I guess I could go see if there's a fishing world quest up. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. We'll do that in 24 minutes, when my bobber shrinks. And then catch all the rare Legion fish. This is something I actively need. This is what's stopping me from getting my artifact weapon. So I should probably look some of these up. Let's see.
Yeah, I just can't wait till. Another thing we'll also get is so what's like the Rising. We'll get a small teaser about either a job or where we're going for the main scenario. We'll get some small expansion teaser. I didn't think about that. You know, I think the Rising 2 years ago. We got the teaser for Red Mage and possibly Blue Mage.
Grey Belly is in Stormheim. I guess I could see if that's... Let's go look at comments, see if that's... There are 18 fish. You really want to be Geomancer? Yeah, I mean, Blue Mage, Dancer, and Geomancer are probably the 3 most common requests.
Yeah, the only problem I see with Geomancer, just going by the lore, they're basically Arcanists. That's the only problem I see, Cody, is that they don't. I definitely wouldn't mind a Geomancer, because it is a pretty sought after class, just like Blue Mage. But just how it was described, it'd be a lot like Astro.
I should see which quest is up today. Let me catch to an even number of this, so I don't have any drowned mana on my inventory, and then I'll go see what's up and work towards bigger fish to fry. One more. But if I get more than... What's up, Corey? If I get more than one, then I have to fish to 40. Alright, we got exactly 30.
Good day to you.
Do I have any rare fishing goods? Don't you sell, like... Yeah, you sell arcane lures.
Have a good one. Hello.
Wow.
Let me see what else is up first. Leave party. This fishing thing doesn't seem to be working today. Let's go to custom, find a group, and type in fish. A cool fisher friend rep. I think that's High Mountain. But I can just accept. Yep, it's High Mountain. Okay.
Need something? See you around.
So we can go catch stuff in a high mountain.
Good day to you. Have a good one.
Oh man, he's close. Alright. Let's go up to High Mountain, and in High Mountain, what I can get is... Let me move this down where I can see it. I can get Ancient High Mountain Salmon and Cold River Carp, which I have. Ancient, I can get Cold River Carp and Mountain Puffer. So I'm actually missing 2. So I can pick up 2 of these today. Have I seen the Final Fantasy app? Is that up today?
Let me go check. See if it's on my phone.
Honestly, at this point, I've stopped following it. They've been telling us about it so long now. It says coming soon. Still coming soon. I think it's supposed to come out with 4.4 in September.
No, I think they said it was supposed to come out like now, but I think it's coming out. They got a problem with like one of the systems. Probably. Who knows if it's
originally it was July 28th was the like second or third time they pushed the date out, and this time it's July 28th for real this time. But like in the announcement where they said July 28th, they said plus 1 or 2 weeks while we work with the various app stores.
Yeah, that was the major thing. Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so you mean 2 weeks after July 28th, because you're going to use every day that you have an excuse to use. So no, I hadn't seen any details, Corey. I can go look after stream.
I can go. If you're still streaming,
Brian just texted me that said he just got a response to some questions he sent to the devs. We send them questions from time to time, just as, hey, not sure if you guys have heard of us, but we have a lot of questions. All right. So we're here to get Ancient High Mountain Salmon and Mountain Puffer. That is what I need. So I'm already best friends with this guy, and I've already bought everything he has for sale, I believe. What is going on? Do I have something for sale? Collected. Yeah. So, already known. So the Swollen Murloc Egg. So it takes 25 of these things. So let's aim in a direction that doesn't have a big bobber. And put my big bobber out there. There's so many people standing on this boat. Alright, so we're trying to get to 25 of these. And that'll give us what we need for the Murloc egg. And the Murloc egg will give us the Mountain Puffer. And then I think he sells a salmon lure as well. And that's what'll get me Ancient High Mountain Salmon. Oh, they outlined the nuts? Yeah, free gets one per day with a max of 2. Pay gets... yeah, they kind of already, like, implied that.
Grandmaster, I've got your back. You cannot match my skill.
Oh, with 2 locations instead of 1. Yeah, they said it would come with a another favorite location. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the main thing I'm getting it for. Is
but why can't I use it to maintain, like, sending my squadrons out? And why can't I use it, like, they've taken so long to come out with an app, that to come out with an app that honestly is, like, 2008 in any other game that's done app support, they're just so far behind the ball. They've delayed it so many times that I'm just not that excited about it coming out with partial features. Like, they delayed it this whole time, and it's still limited, and they still want me to pay them in addition to, and the people who need that are already paying for additional retainers. And it gives you the right to purchase an 11th retainer, but it doesn't give you said 11th retainer. So you would have to do the paid version to then increase the number of retainers so you could pay another $2 a month. I don't know.
Yeah.
The whole thing feels like a money grab with not enough features for me. But if some people are excited for it, that's awesome.
Yeah, but again, the main thing I'm getting it if I get the app, because it's just like the having the token on my phone. It gives me that extra free teleport.
Yeah.
Or a return. I don't think it's going to be a return. I think it's going to be another free destination.
It should just be another. Like, it's just another favorite. It's just like, yeah, it's just like having the authenticator on your account. It's identical to having the authenticator on your account.
So yeah, basically 2 favorite instead of 1. That's going to make it a lot. So like I can have Router's Reach and sorry about that. I can have Router's Reach and Kugane favored, and then have like another thing returned, like Ishtar.
I think you're only going to be able to manipulate like 1 listing though per day. A handful of, like, it's not like you're going to be able to maintain. I have 4 retainers. There's no way I'm going to be able to maintain the market board from my phone.
No.
I have too many listings up. Alright, I'd like something. I'd like a swollen Murloc egg, please. Oh, I have 24. I thought I had 25. We'll fish 1 more. So the swollen Murloc egg is going to give us the ability to have the, So the funky sea snail gives us the lure we need. Carrying the snail may attract Drogbar. Let's go over here. All these other, like, humans and stuff are making it hard to tab target. Okay. So I should be able to, just by carrying this thing, get Drogbar to attack me, and when Drogbar attacks me, I get a lore. And the lore will give me the ancient High Mountain Salmon, which is the first thing we need. So, I'll just keep building these little things up. I don't have any use for all this stuff, but like, I can use the silver mackerel and the High Mountain Salmon to trade in for Nomi.
But yeah, Corey, sorry, I'm doing the dungeon. Like, every time you want to change, like how they described it, every time you want to change a price on the market board, you have to use a keep event. So that's basically, it's going to be an actual cash thing if you're wanting to do it a lot. Because
is that the guy? No? I carried it. How come I didn't get a lore? He attacked me, but then I didn't get a... Can I just buy the lore straight up, please? I have something for sale.
For justice.
I can apply to a fishing rod to attract rare fish. Let's just buy this Swollen Mountain Egg. So I guess Dogbar attacked me, but I didn't get any of the loot, because other people do. Alright, well let's catch our Mountain Puffer then. Hopefully on the first catch. Nope. I guess I could have left the raid group to use once I had the shell. To try to get out of the shard. So that I'm fishing it on my own. But yeah, Corey, they're trying to move it to where, like, not only do you have the paid version, but it's also going to use up a consumable that you'll generate more of, and you'll have a higher cap of, but you will still run out of. And then they have, like, tokens that you can buy with real-life money to add to that. Alright, so we got our Mountain Puffer. Overall, it's been an underwhelming addition to the thing. So now we just need the ancient thing. So, I'd love to be wrong, but everything they've said about the app so far has started with an average list of features and has gone downhill from there. Every time they've shared information with us.
yeah, that's my concern. Like, and I just don't like that they're putting so much time. And yeah, it's probably a different team from like the development side, but to integrate into the game, it's going to take away some time from the development.
Got your back line.
Yeah, the chat systems and stuff it's long overdue. Games like this, I mean, they act like we haven't already found Discord communities and forums and every other form of social media to talk on. Like,
Yeah, true. I think the only big thing that I see like possible with like the chat system is able to like, if I'm able to like get on like the cross server Discord and or not Discord but a cross server link shell, then all my alts don't have to be in the same link shell, just so that like when I'm on an alt, a one alt, I have, or like if I'm on an alt that I don't have in the link shell, I can't talk with it that I'm you know playing the game with.
yeah.
So like right now, it's I got think four characters in the Work To Game Discord link show.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if I could just, have my phone out, I wouldn't need that.
Have you come to trade?
I need... I need these shells. These goofy shells.
Together.
And the shells are... It's 25. So the funky shell gives the salmon lore, and the salmon lore gives me the ancient high mountain salmon. So that's what we're fishing towards. So I've got the mountain puffer, I've got the cold driver carp. So I just need the funky shell now. The problem with the funky shell is it attracts this dog bar guy, and everybody who touches the dog bar guy that spawns on the boat has a chance at getting the loot. So I'm fishing for it, but I'm not guaranteed loot. As opposed to other fishing holes where it's really spread out, so you can kind of go run off on your own. Like that boat is just a nightmare. Okay. Well, I got a swollen egg. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. Because the swollen egg just... I don't think it can give me what I'm hoping for.
I promise I won't let you fall, Grandmaster.
And I can use it. Oh, that was the guy in the bite stone. I missed it. Could have swung at somebody else's. Haven't been catching very many
High mountain stands. Beware the deep places of the earth.
And yeah, Corey, they said link shell. So this is the thing. We're talking about crossroad link shell. That's another thing. I think it's because that's in a separate tab. I'm just wondering if it's going to be a part of the crossroad link shell. If they're going to add it or...
Could be. Could be all link shells, including crossroad.
True.
Okay. I need this bite stone thing to keep spawning. It's weird to see Alliance people in my raid. Or like in the same area. I think that's why we're not getting credit for the kill, is like we're not doing... I don't know, I think it shouldn't matter. Like with the new tag system, there should be personal loot. We should all be getting the lore. I could just leave the group every time I get the shell and then see if that allows it to spawn on my own. Because I just need the one fish now. There we go. And then rejoin the group if I don't get it. Alright. You have something for me.
May your rivers be ever bountiful.
So I can leave group and hope that that puts me in a shard with less people, and it does. And then I can say, do I have something? And I'd like the funky seashell.
May Anshe guide you.
And then I can just fish here and hope that he spawns on his own. Since no one's around. Because I just got pushed to a shard with nobody on it. Let's see if this works to spawn him. Carrying the snail may attack Drogbar. Perfect. I'm counting on it. These fish are so worthless. Why is it not attracting him? This is just ridiculous. Come attack me. Oh, I'm catching ancient totem fragments, which I have no use for. Other than saving up towards the next shell. But in theory, if this works, I'm done. Ah! Okay, he's here. I probably would have been hard to kill back in the day, but he's not now. And he didn't drop the lore.
Really? You got him to spawn and he didn't drop? That's... Yeah.
Alright. Custom. Find a group. Fish. That is so painful. I just want the ancient high mountain salmon. That's all I want. That is what my goal is now for the day. I'm working towards the artifact fishing rod, and all I need now from this particular... I would never have to fish in this area again if I had that. Come on. my bobber get big again. If we have to fish our way all the way back up to 25. This is so painful. There we go. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Somebody's bound to have that shell on them right now. It's just this slow and chill. Fish, fish, fish. Come on, artifact fishing rod. It's the last achievement I need.
How many more do you have to go?
I would have 5 after that. He has no loot. But nobody else got it either. So, he didn't drop it. Is that the only way to get it? The salmon lure. So what we need is the salmon lure. Oh, he's up. And I got no loot again.
I have just the thing for you.
Okay. Comments. This lore can be obtained getting the funky shell. Yes, yes, yes. After using this lore, I got my ancient salmon fishing from a pool of normal high mountain salmon. You don't have to fish from a pool, though. This can be bought and sold on the auction house. Okay. I bet it's outrageously expensive. Let's go see. Yeah. Because I could try to get this. Oh, this scared me. I could try to get this achievement today. So, what I'm missing... Let's just go ahead and do it all on this character. I was going to transfer to my bank and go back, but let's just go buy them all right now. In theory, you can actually buy the items for all of these, it looks like. So it looks like I should just be able to purchase my ancient rod today. Effectively. I may have to mail myself some cash, because this character doesn't carry cash, but that's no big deal. So, let me go get a feel for how much this stuff costs, and then I'll mail myself the cash I need, and we'll be done with the ancient rod today. Urgamar. That is my favorite of the market boards, personally. Alright.
So what I need is the salmon lure.
Got Shopping. I don't know, they just changed all this stuff. How do I just search normal? Switch to WoW UI? Okay. Thank you. Oh my gosh, they're really cheap. And they're unique. Okay. Yes, done. Yes, absolutely. Purchased. I can't carry any more? What? But I don't own one. Oh, it says I have one in my bank. That's why he's not dropping it. How do I have one in my bank? But I've never done that item.
That's funny.
That's what somebody else says too. It said somebody else said that they got theirs and they'd never done that item. Okay, so let's go search for lore. Alright, got a lore.
Catch you on the flip side.
Now the next fish I need is ancient moss gill, which is caught from rotten fish bones.
Oh, yeah.
Have I got a deal for you?
And switch to WoW UI. Rotten fish bone. I guess those are soulbound. And the next item is gray belly lobster. We're gonna knock out everything I can today. Soggy drake scale.
This stuff sells itself.
Soggy drake scale. 88 gold. Purchased. Done. Okay. And
Glad I could help.
after that I need oodle fish, which is ancient verkle ring.
I ain't got it. You don't want it.
Ancient verkle ring. 1,300 gold. Do I have it? Yes, I have it. Purchase. Oh, wait. Does it just take one? Put on a ring. Yes. Okay. And I think here's where I'm going to run out of money. Thundering Storm Ray. Thundering Storm Ray comes from Silver Scale Minnow.
I got what you need.
Silver Scale Minnow. Is really expensive. Alright, so let's transfer some money over. From my bank. I'm not a wealthy player, but I can afford to blow a little money trying to get this rod. I would love to be Fisher friends with everybody. I would also love to have that rod. Let's do send mail to Wandanu. And we are going to send ourselves 10,000 gold. Log out.
That's
And
the other
back
thing
over.
I wish that 14 had, and I know it's the whole contention of people don't need to have all.
Yeah, it's not needed. I mean, I understand for the people that wish they had it, it's a big deal, but like, it's so far down.
Well,
the
I was
feature
just
list.
thinking, cause, with that system, are you able to, like, let's say you have another a character on another server, are you able to send stuff to that server as well?
I don't know.
Because that'd be my only thing I'd want to be able to do, mostly. Because, like,
I don't
I can
think
send
so.
stuff from
I
my
don't think so.
main to...
The way people transfer wealth across servers is with Are you kidding me? The new TSM mail thing assumes that I'm talking in copper. Alright. Do it again.
What happened?
I only sent myself 1 gold. because it was counting in pennies, not dollars. Why would I do that? Okay. Let's try again. Send mail to Quandano. Nope, it's 1,000 gold. $10,000 gold. Thank you. Log out. Perfect. I don't know why I would worry about silver and copper ever. Like, even if you buy something for me and it's 54 gold and, you know, 27 silver and 35 copper, I'm just going to hand you 50 or 60 gold. 55 gold, something. I'm just going to round it out to gold. Like, I don't track silver and I don't track copper. It matters when you're listing things because it adds up over thousands of listings. But when moving money very quickly, it doesn't.
Yeah. That's just like in 14. I don't like those people that literally just lower their prices by a penny. Like,
oh, it's so good for the market. It's so good for the market.
Yeah.
Because if you lower it by like 10%, then I lower it by 10%, then somebody else lowers it by 10%, that's how a market fails. It'll bottom the market out in a matter of listings. Okay. What was I buying again? Switch to WoW UI. I was working on professions, fishing, incomplete, bigger fish to fry. I was working on Thundering Storm Ray, which is Silver Scale Minnow. Silver Scale Minnow. What are they normally worth? They've been trading like this for a while, so that's actually the region-wide price. So we'll buy that. Okay. And then what else? Thorned Flounder. Thorned Flounder is Drowned Thistle Leaf. WoW UI. Drowned Thistle Leaf. Drowned Thistle Leaf. Give a resting place. Let's go see how many it wants. Thorned Flounder. Because one of the notes makes it look like I have to buy 4 of these, and that makes it a lot more expensive. Looks like I can just do 1. Okay. Then 500 gold's not bad at all. Perfect. Take. 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 And the rest of that's all stuff I don't want to mess with. Alright, back to Dalaran. That was nice and fast. So we're going to make great progress here right at the end of stream. So I just spent a lot of money. That pushes me down to 190,000. So I do need to make, ideally, another 10,000 gold in the next week or so, but we'll see. I've got a handful of things listed that could bring that in. I just wanted to have around 200,000 gold. I came back to the game with like 20 to 30,000 gold to my name across my entire account. So I just wanted to have enough that I could like comfortably pay repairs and stuff like that. But I have a feeling it's not going to take long to make money in the new expansion. Nothing interesting, huh?
Next one is on me.
Let's do that.
May the mist.
That's fine. So, where was I? Get this page open. So we'll start in, I guess, Val-Shara. I said yes. Move this rarity down here. So we're going to go to Val-Shara, and we're going to use Rotten Fish Bones. Is that one of the ones I got? It's not. What else? What's the next zone? Is there a Suramar? I've got everything in Suramar. Is there an Itsuna that I'm missing? Got everything in Itsuna. So we need to head north. So we'll head to Stormheim. And we'll work our way across. So we'll go to Stormheim first. Looks like there's plenty in Stormheim to be had. Starting with the Suggy Drake Scale. And as long as we're fishing in Stormheim, it should catch. That's the idea. These things are expensive, so I hope that's right. Like some of the stuff. Some are not. Some are. Useful when fishing in Stormheim. Perfect. It seriously looks like I don't have part of the zone explored on this character. Do I not have part of this? I guess it doesn't show itself because it's just the explorations account-wide achievements. Just want to swing over here and see if I can get this to like green up for me. On the way to Stormheim. And if this rare spawns up. No, that's really it, huh? Alright. Rare spawn is up though, which is highly convenient. Okay. Keep knocking out all those rare spawns. Swing by some of these chests over here. And then work my way up. Just do one chest and then head north. If you just slow and methodical about knocking these out, they're really not so bad. If you try to do them all in one sitting, it's a lot. Okay. Maybe do one more. See if it's right out in the open like that. That one was super easy to grab. Looks like this one's going to be just inside. Okay. To Stormheim.
Shaldurai flees Suramar as Elison's forces advance through the Crimson Thicket. Go. Rout the Nightborn for the sake of those who would escape the city.
Now, ideally, there's a fishing quest somewhere up. So if we turn on secondary profession quests, ideally there's a fishing quest up somewhere. I don't see any. So we'll make sure that we're well into Stormheim, and we'll go fishing down at this river here, maybe? It's like a nice little clean area down along the coast, maybe? I want a nice clean fishing spot so that I can use all these items back to back. Down here on the coast looks perfect. Okay. We'll use this right now. Fishing in Stormheim. Use. Fish. Okay, now we have 2 minutes to catch whatever that thing was supposed to catch. A gray belly lobster. Otherwise we have to go back and buy another one of those lures. Come on. They're nice, fast casts, though. I do appreciate that. Come on. This gray belly lobster is not cheap, or not easy. It should be like 5 in the 2 minutes. We're already halfway through our 2 minutes. That's what I've been getting on the other ones. There it is, gray belly lobster. Is it usable? No, but it's 10 gold apiece, so we'll keep fishing. Doesn't look like Loot Appraiser is going to dissect on fishing today. See if we can catch 4 or 5. Because I spent 90 gold on this particular thing, so if I can catch 5 of these, I can almost offset that. I mean, it would be faster to go sit in Pandaria and farm more for an hour, and then just pay off all of this, because I can make 7,000 or 8,000 gold an hour. Okay, so we'll keep fishing that until it's done. Alright, 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Useful in fishing in Stormheim. Alright, off we go. 5 minutes. This should allow me to catch oodle fish, which looks like I have to go look for them. So let's turn on fishing pools. Find fish. Able to see oodlefish schools. Oodlefish schools. Oh, come on. Don't be a jerk. I'm literally in the middle of using a really expensive item. Okay, there we go.
Someone being a PvPer.
Oh, no, I just got attacked by an NPC.
Oh, an NPC.
Yeah, I have PvP turned off. Now that you can opt in and out of that.
Sorry about that.
Just waiting for, trying to catch this fish. This one was really pricey, so this one better work. Got it. Okay. I mean, I make 10 gold each, but like that is nothing compared to what I spent. This was the like 2,300 gold one.
You cannot hide from me.
There we go. So I'm just trying to catch Ancient High Mountain Salmon, which we have the lure for now. Thundering Storm Ray, is that here? Yes, Silver Scale Minnow. Stormheim still.
You cannot hide from me.
Could probably just turn this off. Just go to fishing the other thing. Okay, let's just turn that off. And then let's do Silver Scale Minnow. Now we've got 2 minutes to try to catch Thundering Storm Ray. First cast. Okay.
Congrats on that.
Yep. Thank you. So, after that, we can be done with that. Silver Scale Minnow. So we're done in Stormheim. We're done in Suramar. We're done in Hitsuna. So all we have left is High Mountain and Val'sharah. So let me move that down to where I can see it. And we'll head over to High Mountain next, which is where we just were. Okay. I should try to see if I can grab this chest while I'm up here. Just because it looks like that's the last one, not in this area. And that'll give me Ancient High Mountain Salmon, and then it's off to Val'sharah, where I can use the Drowned Thistle Leaf to catch the Thorned Flounder, and then we just have to find a way to get Rotten Fish Bones. And I can look into that more then. Did I fly right past it? There it is. Okay. And done. That section's really clean now. High Mountain's a little less so. I've still got plenty of chests here, but a lot of these are locked behind the fact that I haven't done the High Mountain quest lines. Because this character does not have Lore Master. I think I did like one zone, maybe two. What's going on, Jersuga? We are really close to the artifact fishing rod. I am missing 3 fish from my bigger fish to fry. So that is what I'm working on right now. And I just went and spent a ton of money to buy the lures to kind of knock that out. So we're going to fly our way to one of the rivers, I guess. Says it's possible to have a rare spawn here. Doesn't look like it's up. We'll go down to the coastline there. I like fishing on the coastline.
The Drogbar are assaulting Thunder Totem, and too many of my forces have been drawn off to engage with the Legion. Can you assist us, champion?
Hello, rare spawn. Down it goes. How was Deadpool 2? Alright. So, we are here to catch in High Mountain. So, we're here to use this salmon lure. And this will finish up High Mountain. Which would be nice. So, I've got 5 minutes. May attract rare fish. 5 minutes is a long time. A lot of these are 2 minutes. Was it as good as the first one? The first one was so fantastic. It's amazing how many years it was a passion project for Ryan Reynolds. Alright. Moving right along. We're looking for an ancient High Mountain salmon. There it is. We got our ancient High Mountain salmon. Okay. So, now we need to head south to Val'sharah. We can turn off this lure. Along the way, if there's any secondary profession quests that are up, that would be great. It's all Waking Essence and Blood of Sargeras. Alright. See if this small treasure chest is up. Okay. There it is. Found our treasure chest. Now we should be considered in Valshara now. Pretty blatantly. Let's go ahead and fly a little further south just to be sure that it's not going to do anything goofy. Mossgill Perch. Perfectly. That's a sign that we are very much in the right zone. We'll go stand on a boat. Nice little fishing spot. And I am here to catch ancient mossgill, not regular mossgill. And I need a special lure for that, which is rotten fishbone, which I don't have. And then I need drowned thistle leaf to catch thorned flower, which I do have. So I've got 5 minutes. And my lure is about to get smaller, but that's okay, because it's just me now.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
I just went on the companion app website just to check. There's another thing about it. Let's say we're logged in. Like, I was thinking, like, if I'm logged in, I can still, you know, like, on one of my characters, like on one of my alts, and I want to go check out some of the items that are on my main.
Uh-huh.
Can't do it.
Really? So you can do that in Destiny. You can transfer things on the app while you're logged in.
Well, what it says is, okay, it's a side note. Please note that item management and market board access via the Final Fantasy XIV companion app are not available when logged into the game with the associated service account.
Really? That is so weird. What a weird choice of ways to do that. Alright.
So, like, it doesn't matter. The whole, like, that's what I was thinking, like.
I found a drowned thistle leaf while fishing with a drowned thistle leaf, so I now have this item to go sell again. Alright. So now I just need the one fish. So rotten fishbone.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I've been fishing for a couple hours now, and we are looking for rotten fishbone. Comments.
Oh man, that's gonna be insane on the 27th. That 5th anniversary is gonna be 14 hours.
Yeah, it's a 14-hour stream. Yeah.
They always. I mean, they've always done that.
Yep.
It's their anniversary.
Yep. I'll probably have to watch like a recording of it because I'll be working by then.
Mm-hmm. And most likely what they'll be doing is stuff like Eureka and the other things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited to get this artifact fishing rod today. Oh, I'm hoping to finish it up all in one sitting today. That would be great, because then I just have to work on the last 2 fishing buddies, and I'm done with Legion fishing.
Nice.
There's some world quests I haven't done, but that's about it. Let's open up Party Finder, pre-made, custom, find group, fish. Margot's fishing drown mana. Thank you. Sign up. Alright. So the reason we're here is because this group, this should allow me to fish up there's an item that I can buy from him. I'll check it after this cast, but I think it's only 1 drown mana. So I'm pretty sure, have any rare fishing goods, there's an item called an arcane lure, which increases your chance to catch bait for 10 minutes.
See you around.
And since bait is what we need, I figured that would help. So we'll increase the chance for bait. But I need somebody to turn the water sparkly. I'm glad we joined a nice big group, but I need somebody to turn the water sparkly.
Yeah, I'm almost done with my paladin on Eureka. So once I'm done with that, I can go finish my white mage and warrior.
Nice. You can have them all done before the 7th?
No, I'm not gonna have all the relics done before then. No, not the relics. I primarily just doing one relic for like one of each role, like one tank, one DPS, one
Sure.
one healer. Sorry, I have a healer and tank primarily done. I have healer and DPS done, and tank I just have for paladin. I just have a. I think I'm just missing the pants and the headpiece, and that's it. And I'm on the final step of those, so it's not hard to get.
How has nobody caught the thing to make the water glow? There's so many of us here fishing. Maybe somebody doesn't know it's an item in their inventory.
I could make a joke about that right now, but I'm not going to.
Oh, I caught my drowned mana anyway. Got it.
What can I do for you?
Oh, I know there's an item to make the water shiny, but I was just to say, oh, they just didn't drink enough lemonade.
Have a good
Oh. All right, last one. Ancient Moss Gill. So back to Valshara. So we'll use this when we get there. That'll give me 10 minutes of better fishing. So hopefully I'll be able to catch the fish bones. If I can catch one rotten fish bone, then I can catch my ancient moss gill, and that will be my achievement, bigger fish to fry, and I'll be able to go back to town and pick up my new fishing rod. Which is super exciting. There's a flight path down here I don't have. That's weird. I guess this character just never needed it. Alright. We'll go check a rare spawn on the way. Just to see if it's up. That's the best way to farm these, is just check them while you're in the area. Every time you pass by, just check an extra one, and then slowly you thin out the number there is to check. So it says it's up. I don't know how to get to it. Is this it? Looks like this is gonna just, there he goes. It's like, it is like changing my size like constantly. Okay. It's like sending me into these like crazy buffed states. Alright, Valshara. Says there should be a chest here somewhere. Small treasure chest. I do not see it. Might be tied behind quests. I don't know that I've done all the quests in this area, so it's not always possible to find everything. That one's going to be down south, but this rare spawn is up. So we'll go... Looks like we just got to talk to this person, and then we'll get attacked. I'm ready, ready, ready. I'm so close to the artifact fishing rod, I can taste it. Oh, one fish to go.
Sleep now.
I need targets.
Okay. Now we're here, and we'll go fishing up in one of these fishing rods a little further into the zone. I just want to be sure that it's not some goofy, like, if you're on the edge of the zone, it doesn't count. Or it tries to pull from both fishing spots or some shenanigans. It should be fine, but I just, why risk it when I can fly up here this easily? I say that, but I thought there was a little fishing spot up there. We'll have to go a little bit further. Alright. Nice little fishing spot. So, now we activate our bait. And then we fish. And we hope that this helps me find bait, I guess. So we fish for up to 10 minutes. As soon as we get our bait that we need, we activate that, and it should give me my achievement. We teleport back, we pick up the rod, and we have it. And then we see what it takes to unlock water walking with that rod, because that's what I want to have done before the expansion. I'd love to have the fishing buddies, but I could always come back and do those. They would take longer, but it would just be like dailies. You'd come back, you know, set a timer or whatever, and just do it a little bit each time it's up. And it would get done eventually, because there's no difference between it being done 3 months from now and a year from now, because it's just for the sake of doing it. But the water walking, that is an actual functional thing that I will want in Battle for Azeroth. Okay. Should be able to drop this stuff off.
Ooh, ouch.
What's up?
Oh, we were just doing circuit and he nailed me for 10,000 with his crit hit tail thing. I had my defense bonuses up too. Thought I could have survived through it.
Just sorting out my inventory while I'm here. See if any of this is stuff I can get rid of. I don't know what that is, but it could go in my bank.
Hey, Clink. Ouch. Good luck with Circuit. Oh, Chris, I did find some more, and this is to anyone else that was wondering about it in that our conversation. I went to the FAQ. They changed one of the things.
Oh, yeah?
Hire a retainer in-game for no additional cost.
Oh,
for
good.
Premium. So you just get premium.
Good, because they originally didn't do that. Like, originally it was just going to increase the number.
It was going to be you had to pay for a retainer on top of paying premium. But I think that might have been one of them kind of unofficial translation errors. Just because they happened. Another interesting fact, and I'm really debating, because they're going to double your Chocobo saddlebag on premium. You'll be able to manage your saddlebag using the app. So if you're not in game, you can manage it. Hire extra retainer, be able to manage your retainers, be able to trade between retainers, and you get 2 cocoa nuts instead of 1, and you're able to hold 10.
To catch bait. I don't know why I can't catch these rotten fish bones.
But that's also the most expensive extra retainer they've ever had to give us, because it's like what, $5 for the app.
Yeah, but you gotta look at how much extra stuff that they're giving you in correspondence to your normal too.
Yeah.
68.
I mean, the fact that you can access your retainer on your phone at any time is going to be...
Not at any time. That is actually... You have to be logged out of the game.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot be in the game.
Some games, I mean, like Destiny 2 allows you to modify inventory while you're in the game, which is incredible.
Yeah.
Destiny 1 allowed you to do that too.
I think it's also how, how things are called, like, in the servers.
It's a fair clarification because other games don't necessarily do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised by that little statement. Like, oh yeah, you can do this. You can use the chatting features. You can, but you can't use the market board. You can't look at the market. You can't do anything if you're logged into the game. Except for the chatting and stuff like that.
6842.
And also, like, for you, it wouldn't matter. For someone like me, I would have to get
68.
6 phones. 1 for each of my characters.
68.
You can only have 1 character.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. 1 character.
Well, WoW's like that, but you can swap. You swap characters. There's like a menu drop down to choose which character is active. You just quickly jump.
Oh no, it's 1 per character. It's one device per character. So you link the device to a character, and the way you change characters.
I wonder if the cell phone app that they have for computers is going to be able to work with that.
Alright, here we go. This is where this guy said he caught all this stuff. Why am I in combat? No, I'm not.
Well, where you can make your computer an Android device or an iOS device.
Okay.
Yeah, basically. That's what I was just wondering.
Most likely, but again, it comes down to, like, your computer would be a device, and you couldn't,
oh, yeah.
You know,
I may have to go get another arcane lore, but at least now I know where I'm headed.
yeah,
Yeah, because I've run Brave Exvius on my computer. Granted, I love that game, but sometimes that game really makes me mad when it doesn't work properly.
Hey, my all the things percentage is back up to 38% of WoW being complete. When they added all the BFA stuff, it dropped all the way to 34, but I've been farming a bunch of stuff the last couple weeks, so guess it just added right back up.
BFA stuff was added, what, a week ago? 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago. Yeah. It's like in the achievements and stuff. Like, it's all in here. You can't get to any of the content, but the achievements pane is all there. So, like, I can go to fishing and I can scroll down and it tells me, like, catch 50 of the new midnight salmon fish. But, like, there's no way to catch them because I can't get to where they are. Convert 100 BFA fish into the oil. Well, I can't do that. Catch 100 normal fish in one of the new zones. Well, I can't do that. So, like, all these achievements are in the game. I just can't get to them.
What are we gonna, what's the first thing we're going to do next Tuesday? Just to ask.
First thing I'm going to do next Tuesday is the Monster Hunter World stuff.
Monster Hunter World? Yeah.
Yeah, because Brian said he thinks he's going to be available in the morning, and so he'll be able to do Monster Hunter World with us, but he won't be able to do Pagos. So, but if Brian's day shifts and he's able to play in the afternoon, then the first thing I'll do is Pagos. So I will do Monster Hunter World whenever Brian can play, and I will do Pagos the rest of the time. And I will be playing Pagos until I'm capped. With the goal of capping
30 and have the weapon.
Yeah, the goal is to cap, level up my weapon all within 6 days. Which I don't think will be hard.
I don't think capping is going to be that hard because again, it's not 20, it's only 10 levels.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be hard. I think it'll be a couple days.
Yeah, and then the weapon will, even if it's the same system as the last weapon, meaning you got 3 tiers, or is it 4 tiers? 4 tiers. Which I don't think it'll be. I think it'll just be 3 tiers.
Yeah.
It shouldn't take long.
Especially because I'm only doing the one class.
Yeah.
My paladin could use a better weapon, but meh.
Well, I mean, this weapon will probably be the.
Yeah, but I'd have to get him. I'd have to get him his Eureka weapon to get the Pagos weapon, right?
Yes, you'll have to get him the. Which I mean, if you've got a +2 weapon, that's just getting a Pazuzu set.
Oh, is it?
Which you probably are.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could go farm that. I just don't want to.
Yeah, trust me, I haven't touched Animos in. Well, wait, didn't we kill Pazuzu after we hit 19?
I think I just did the one set.
Yeah, after you do one set, like the other sets are a joke to get.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've gotten 3 in less than 2 weeks. Basically.
Yeah, the hardest thing to get is the feathers, but even that's a joke.
Actually, I think as I said before, like, I think the hardest thing out of Animos isn't so much the weapon, it's the armor set. Just because you have to have so much. You have to have so many tokens.
3,000 protein crystals, if I remember on that.
Yeah, it's like 3,000 protean, and then just for the armor alone for the Animus, you need 750 to get the full set. For Animus parts only, but for the rest of it, you need a ton.
At worst, 2,000 Animus crystals.
I really want this freaking fishing pole. I'm so close.
It depends on, like, if you trade them in. If you're just going for the Animus gear, which you have to upgrade to the next part, but...
Oh, no, I'm saying 2,000 for the full set.
Oh, no, it's only
equate to about, you need about 1,500 animals to trade in to get 3,000 per year.
Oh yeah, so it's roughly about half.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because it's anywhere from 2 to 5. But I'm saying at its worst, it's 1,500 animals.
All right. We're gonna fish up 2 of them this time. I shouldn't need it, but maybe 3. Fish up 3. That should cover me. So I don't have to come back. There's 2. 1 more. We'll buy up some ancient lures. Alright. I got 4. Do you have any rare fishing goods? Okay, I bought 4 of the lures. That should cover me. I should be throwing those in the trash. That should way cover me. It says those are sold in the auction house, but I do not care about that. This was fine. This worked out great. It took 2 seconds to grab them. So now we go back to Val'Sharah. Through Suramar. If there's a rare spawn along the way, there is. If he's up, he's up. If not, that's okay too. I don't really need the rare spawns yet. It's just kind of something that I want eventually. He's not up. So we'll work our way to Lorien. Who is up. And I think Lorien, I don't think he's upstairs. I think he's cave entrance at 2950. So that's right here. I think. No, 2950 might be this cave here. Oh, that's not it. And cave on the other side. There's so many caves, so close together. Ridiculous. Here's a cave. Oh no, he's dead right before I got here. Wait, do you hear that? Yeah, I hear it. Come on. Spawn the big guy. I keep hearing the stuff, but he's not spawning the big monster that he should. Guess he's not up. I don't know. What's going on, Zane? Yeah, we've been doing a little more on YouTube. We've still done a little bit on Twitch, like when Brian and I are dual streaming. But it's been mostly YouTube now. We've just been kind of shifting, trying something different. I think YouTube's going to be a better fit for what I want to do with Battle for Azeroth, so I want to break the stream into a bunch of parts, and I want to have it all there in case somebody wants to watch it as like a big Let's Play series. So, just trying to get, and it's a different set of settings, so it's easier to just kind of deal with it that way, all as one continuous thing, instead of having to port it over after each stream. I'm stuck. Okay. What is this? Mana flask. Okay. What does a mana flask do? Increases the amount of mana I can carry by 100. Okay. We will use that right now. Nice. Why did it not disappear? Should have disappeared. Disappeared off my map, just not off my mini-map. Alright, we'll keep working our way up. Checking on these things as we go.
The Arkendor beneath Thalanar grew unstable and failed catastrophically. Use your lodestone to gather energy from the shattered locus so we can understand why.
Thornclaw Broodling is the only thing I'm missing. It says there's a chest here. Is it inside? Temple of Faladona. Could be inside. It says it's like right there. Nope, 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 nope. We're not gonna go get involved in all that. That was a trap. Oh, come on. Pile of pet goodies. Well, that turned out worth it. Alright. So we will jump on up to... That's a cave entrance thing, but the cave entrance is right here. There it is. Give me some fatty bear meat. These seams are really cool that you like when you're in caves and stuff, like in trade for dealing with the extra like shenanigans of being in a cave, that you get more stuff. Like you get more from the mining because you find like a whole seam of it instead of just like a loose out in the world node. Okay. Up we go and into the next area. Knocked out quite a few treasures today.
I wonder if in Pagos if they're going to limit the mounts again.
Oh, I hope not. I guess it's possible.
Yeah.
Depends on how they feel like what it did to the zone the first time. It did stop the NM trains. You couldn't have NM trains until there was mounting.
No, it didn't.
You couldn't commute as easily. The NM trains got a lot stronger because of mounting.
We were doing NM trains day one, and the highest that anyone could do was numbers, which is, you know, level 6.
I'm just saying, the NM train in its current iteration is heavily dependent on mounts.
Oh yeah, currently Yeah, that's how it was. Like we basically did NM training day one.
That got laggy. Oof.
Our Keeper and Dryad allies have been twisted by the insidious power of the nightmare.
Says there is a treasure chest here. Do you guys see it? Nope, nope, nope. Up, up. There it is. Just trying to clear this stuff as I go, just while I'm out in the world, so I don't have to come back and make a bunch of separate trips. Because there's another one. I'm gonna guess inside. Yes. Cool. Morning, Mike. How are you? I'm working on getting my artifact fishing rod. I'm very close. I'm one fish away. So I just went and got the stuff to catch the bait for it, and there was a little pool up here at 68, a little bit higher, that was very peaceful. Nice easy area to catch stuff in. I think it's right there. Maybe a little higher. Right here somewhere. Is it 68.43? So I'm too far this way. But what was nice about it was there wasn't a bunch of, yes, right here. Wasn't a bunch of people messing with you. I think that's right. 68.43. I think it was down a little closer to the waterfall here.
Okay.
Here's where I was. This exact rock. And this is somewhere that other people have said they've had luck. So we know it works. Okay, we've got our bait on. And we're hoping to find the right bait. The right bait would be some bones. I bought enough for doing this for a lot longer than I'd like to be doing it. So, if that 10 minutes runs out, we don't have to go back this time. I was a little optimistic, and I only bought one bait the first time we came out here, so. What's going on, Midnight? All right. I am just fishing. I'm so close to the artifact fishing rod, it's ridiculous. It's the last thing I want to do before BFA, like, really and truly. There's other things that, yeah, sure, I could work on, but, like, the artifact fishing rod is the last thing that doing it before BFA means something to me, as opposed to doing it after BFA drops. Everything else, doing it now is awesome, but I could always come back and do it later. Artifact fishing rod and unlocking water walking, so whatever that takes. I don't know what it takes to level the artifact fishing rod. I understand how you level it, but I don't know like how long that process takes.
So they're redoing Magnesia.
So what we're looking for is fish bones, and fish bones are going to enable us to fish with fish bones briefly. It's a lure, and that's going to give us 2 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever of a buff that will allow us to catch an ancient mossgill. And an ancient mossgill is a fish exclusive to this area, this zone. And that is the last fish I need for the catch all of the rare fish in Legion. So if I open up my achievements and I go to fishing, and I scroll up to bigger fish to fry, I've caught all of the other ones. So it's the last rare fish. I could technically go work on like the coins or whatever, but that's just sitting in Dalaran. Did I the burning? I don't know what you're asking, Mike.
I have a question for you. Is Dalaran still like the main hub city?
It is, but we're in New Dalaran, so there's an old Dalaran as well.
Oh, okay. I was just like, whoa, it's crazy.
No.
It's still the main thing.
Yeah, so we're in New Dalaran. There's also old Dalaran. Yeah, and Draenor actually took you back to a lot of the Burning Crusade zones. But they were a different version of the Burning Crusade zones. But like same names, same people would show up, same like reputations to grind. Do the burning? I don't know what the burning is. But the bait that I have active right now is the Azure or Arcane Lure, which increases the chance to drop other baits. It doubles the chance. So whatever the drop chance is on Ancient Mossgill, which isn't great. You can buy them if you wait for the right World Quest day to be up, but I'm tired of waiting. So let's just do it. I don't know what the drop rate is. It shows that it can drop anywhere. What was that? Mossgill perch. I was like, something looked different. Did I do the burning of Teldrassil? Is that one of the newest things? Is that up today? I have not done anything. I did last Tuesdays. I haven't done anything this week. So is that a new step to the storyline? If so, I'll do it tomorrow. Absolutely. Come on. I did the Darkshore one in not Asuna, but whatever that is. I did the whole Darkshore thing last week. So if they updated more this Tuesday, then I haven't done it yet. Oh, come on. Just drop it. Cool, I need to go do that then. Absolutely. Yes. think I can push play and then turn it down to 50. Take. Since they don't seem to be providing an enormous amount of music for this zone, that's intriguing. Just want this. It's one last item. It's a rare drop rate though. So it's a 1.3% chance. 1.3. So not great. So we'll just keep on fishing. Guess I missed it. Wasn't paying attention. I'm so close. I'm not hearing the thing. I guess since I turned the music on, it's very quiet. So I've missed like 2 or 3 casts. May have to turn the music down. There we go. I don't know if you guys can still hear it. Hopefully so. Turn it down just a little bit more and see if I can make the fishing noise more pronounced. So I'm more likely to catch these.
Oh yeah, I forgot in that game you have to listen to like the little dip, don't you?
Yeah, I mean there's a visual and an audio cue. My bait wore off. Activate another bait. Off we go. Ridiculous.
So in a sense, it's just like 14's fishing, just without controller. If you don't have like controller, they have a visual and audio too.
Yep, it's identical.
Except with the controller, the vibrating function. Oh, man. True.
The visual cue is the bobber instead of your rod, but that's about it. That's the big difference. You just watch your bobber. Lets him do some really fun stuff with like cosmetic rods and stuff because you don't have to watch the rod, so the rod can look ridiculous. Because that's not what you're visually watching. And you click on your bobber. You don't just like click the pull like in 14 you click like the catch ability.
Yeah.
And here it's instant. Like you're looting, you loot the bobber immediately. There's no like animation of like the act of catching. So it's a little faster to get to your loot. Yeah, it's pretty chill.
Okay. So that's been one market.
Turn on my fan. It's getting warm in here today. Come on. It's the last fish, man. It's the very last fish. I should have done this last night because I think the Valshura thing was up. And I got off for the night because I didn't want to stay the other 2 hours I needed, but I could have at least caught this fish. Because the fish bones weren't for sale on the market. You'd think these baits would be easy to catch. It's like a 1% drop rate, but I feel like I've been here long enough that I should have caught it just the same.
Yeah. I just have a feeling like for like fish like that, they should always implement a system of like a time, like duration, like how long has like your character been fishing.
So WoW does. They don't always do it, but WoW does a lot of things now where they do like increasing percentages, so it's weighted. So like it may start at like a 0.1% chance, and then the longer you've been contributing towards it, the more that percentage slowly increases. Like it intentionally weights it to kind of like give you a guaranteed drop at a theoretical certain point in the future. So there's a 0% chance that somebody would ever fish for 20,000 casts and not get an item.
Yeah,
like they do that with legendaries. So legendaries are a very rare thing, and then that your drop chance on legendaries goes up and up and up and up and up and up. And then when you get a legendary, you get a random legendary from the list of possible legendaries for your class, and then it resets the percentage. Oh, there it is! I got the item.
Hooray!
All right, so now we use it. What? Can you not have more than one lore active? Oh, there it is. I was like, what is going on? There's like a whole animation to it. Ancient Moskill! Bigger fish to fry! We're done! Oh, first cast! Oh, yes! Sorry if I just shouted in y'all's ears. I have been working towards this for 3 hours today. And that's just today's time. I have fished, I don't know, probably 20 hours this expansion. I've only been playing for like a month. Just trying to get this underlight, this freaking fishing rod. Oh, thank goodness. Alright. So it should be over here. I think you talked to her.
Congratulations. I'll be back in 1 second.
I would like to buy from you. Is that right?
Yeah, congrats.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Now I don't know what to do. Okay. So let's do artifact fishing rod. I think it's called like the underlight something. Underlight angler. I don't know what to do now. I finished all the requirements. Okay, B110, have 800, check. Finish the achievement, bigger fish to fry, check. Okay, luminous pearl. So you now catch a luminous pearl, and that starts the process. We're gonna do this. So luminous pearl looks like it can be caught anywhere and begins a quest. Comments. Okay. You just need to go fish pools. Okay, cool. Alright. I thought you went back to town. So now we go out into the world and we fish pools. That is the next step. Moving right along here. So let's make sure we have track fishing pools on. Find fish is on. Okay. So now we go out in the world and we fish pools, and we just work our way around. And we fish any fishing pool we can find. And these people are saying that it was like their 10th or 11th pool. Looks like a consistent number. And the most upvoted, one of the most upvoted comments is, now that you caught all these rare fish, why don't you go bring me another 4,200 fish? Because apparently some people have had bad luck with this. So we'll hope it's better than that. Alright, there's a fishing pool. I gotta stand a little bit closer. There it is, in the pool. So the goal is to catch a luminous pearl. That would be ideal. Nope. And put it in the pool. Might help if I stand just a little bit closer. Okay. This stuff's going to be going in the bank. Nope. Next.
Where are you?
Next.
I'm sorry about that.
Fatty bear steak can go down here. Laystone's gonna get shipped to my bank. Oh, nope, that pool's empty. Alright, next pool. That's gonna get shipped to my bank. That's gonna get vendored. That's gonna get shipped to my bank. That's gonna get shipped to my bank. And that's gonna get shipped to my bank. Alright, found another pool. This one's not even near stuff that I might have to possibly kill. Okay, Luminous Pearl, Luminous Pearl. Looks like it's a long quest line, but hopefully the first step's the longest. I didn't look at the other steps. Just keep at it.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Can go ahead and disenchant these. And that'll go in my bank as well. Alright. Basically, we just circulate the river systems, working our way north until we've fished all the Broken Isles, and then we just come right back down. Oh, got a rare spawn, though. Next. Gotta be working our way north, so we'll just keep heading that way. Fishing. Oh, no. Ore. Don't care about ore right now. Laystone ore is just not worth anything right now, to be honest. It's trading at 3 gold apiece. If I really wanted it, I could just buy it. As opposed to like some Pandaria ores that are trading up at like 60 gold apiece. Okay, I've got 2 pools right here. One right here, and then one just south of me. So I shouldn't even have to move much. So this is pool number 3. So we're hoping that it takes less than 11. Looks like there's like 4 or 5 pools close to me. Some of that might be ore, so 2 or 3 pools at least. Oh, and that one's done. Laystone koi. That's interesting. I didn't know you could fish up, I didn't know that you could fish the, oh, whoa, what did I just get? Something worth probably disenchanting. Disenchant value is almost at, yeah, that's fine. Get rid of that. Can't believe how fast that rare spawn popped. For not being tied to a daily. This is very quick. Alright, so this is pool number 4 of theoretically 11. This fish that's in this pool is like literally worthless. They're selling at 10 silver right now on the auction house. When you vendor them, you get 6 silver. Okay. Thing just keeps spawning, doesn't it? Let's go sit over here so that that thing doesn't bother me. I can't do it while... I guess I have to stand on that rock. Alright, let's hurry up and get it done. It's just gonna be a pile of rare wolves laying here. Come on. Nope. Next. I can't tell how many fish are left in a pool. Like, there's no obvious way to denote that. Oh, but it's done now. Alright. So on to pool 5. Ideally of, I guess, 11? I don't know. Catching more of our worthless fish. Come on. Got it. Okay, there's pool 5. On to pool 6. This is why I don't have the turtle mount from Lich King. Got it! Luminous Pearl. Oh, very nice. Begins a quest.
Perhaps.
In my 6th pool. Go to Dalaran. On my way. Woo! Okay. I don't know how long this quest line is. Looks like it's 3 steps. Take to Dalaran is step 2. Step 3, it's gonna take me into a scenario. Kill all the Murlocs. Fish up Gloaming Frenzy, and so it looks like this 3rd step takes me into a scenario that's going to have 5 stages, and then I'll get my artifact. All right. Oh, and to Khadgar. Khadgar's this way, right? Archmage Khadgar? Hello, sir. Yeah, give me the quest. Bring to the fountain in Dalaran. This guy? Okay.
Well met.
I completed it.
Be careful.
Then what? Just talk to you? There's a Blingtron up. Let's go do the Blingtron for the day. Ah! Hello, Master Fisherman. Hello, Nat. Got nothing valuable. Trash. 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 I think I have a fair number of those in my bank, so we'll stack them up there. I'm ready. Let's take care of this fish frenzy, Nat Pagel. So he's going to send me back up to Valshara, basically to the Druid area. Oh man, I'm super excited about this. Artifact fishing rod. Incoming. Okay. Here's a stage. Kill the Murlocs. Gladly. How many Murlocs? Slay all of them? This is probably meant to take a lot longer, huh? Back when people were not invincible. Okay. And this should kill everything. Oh, there's still more. This is so fast now. I'm sure when people were fresh 110s, this was a huge grind. Oh god, I might die. I might have overpulled there. Maybe not. Well, that worked out. It's this turtle. This turtle's no joke. What's his deal? Alright. Got a little nasty at the end. But, once again, worked out. Therefore, do it again. That's it. Go ahead and cast a heal on myself. Stage 2. Fish up frenzies. Alright. I need 15 gloaming frenzies. And they're gonna have these pools up. Be cool if your fishing skill helped to reduce the amount of time it took to catch. Oh nice, there's 2 in there. Cool. Well, that's nice and fast. If they're going to give me more than 1 per cast. Francisco, welcome to the YouTubes. Alright. There we go. Fish, fish, fish. Now I've got 8. Gloaming reef fish dispatched. So apparently we don't like these fish. We're gonna get them out of here. Why does it keep interrupting that cast? Come on, home stretch. 3, 2, 1. Come on. I shouldn't even need these other 3. I should only need this pool and 1 other based on what it's been. I'm bummed at how often it's making me kill this stuff. Okay. It's just a really common proc rate. Let's see if we can get it more centered. I just want to be sure it's in there. Not really interested in doing more casts than I have to. This should be the last one. And that should send me into stage 3, which should be fight a big dude, I think. Maybe? I skimmed the quest. Or the guide. Stage 3. Give my stuff to the guy. Okay. Awesome. That one would have had a chance to give me 3. Okay. How very Burning Crusade of us. We're gonna toss it in and piss off Lurker?
How are you?
Alright. we go. It's Lurker. Maybe it's a giant Murloc. Oh, there's definitely something down there. Let's fish it up, exactly like Lurker. Oh, yes. That was one of my favorite boss spawning mechanics, just from its ingenuity. People were so mad. It was so trolly. I love it. For those of you that didn't play Burning Crusade, there was a boss that you had to fish up in a raid. Oh, he is a giant Murloc. How cool. He's like an Underlight Murloc. And he goes down a lot easier this late in the expansion than I'm sure he did at the beginning. Oh, it's exactly like Lurker. You got his little water spout and everything. That's so funny. And I'm sure people thought that was all new. They're like, oh, what a fun world boss mechanic. That is literally a raid boss from, like, the first expansion. Alright. We killed it. Yeah. I got a boat. Okay. Well, that was a fun little scenario. Okay. I dig that. Now what? Now this should be it. This should be Marcia, I think, is the one that hands me my angler. I think she's the trainer next to the fountain. Oh, she probably wants me to go, like, run an errand or something for her first. No? You just want to hand it to me? Underlight Angler. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, we are going to go join this Margos raid for just a little bit and see what it takes to level this thing. Fish. Or no, I have to join the other one, don't I? Alright. Not overcrowded. That's funny. You misunderstand the point. Somebody created a group and it says not overcrowded, but like they misunderstand. The purpose is you want it to be overcrowded because it spawns the things. Okay. That gets mailed off. That joins my... So we swap that out for my relic. Cool.
Citizens have taken up arms to defend safe houses throughout Suramar. Find innocents in peril.
So ideally we're fishing at this point just for whatever the fish is up here. High mountain salmon. Ancient high mountain salmon. That's what we want. So remember how hard those were to get? We want ancient high mountain salmon. And so I probably shouldn't have thrown those 17 things in the trash, but I did. So that's happened. We're going to fly over these two rare spawns on the way there. They might be in the cave. I don't really have any interest in going into the cave right now. I just want to pick up 100 artifact power for my relic fishing rod. Oh, it's up. Says lower still. I don't really want to dig into a cave right now. It says right here. Oh, there he is. Oh gosh, that's loud. Enhanced sounds there. Oh, it's gonna take a second to turn it on. I'm sorry. It's gonna be loud for just a second. Should correct itself after this combat. Ideally, that gets quieter. Turn that on, turn that off. Before I pull this, let's... It's still a little loud. Let me go to System, Sound, turn the sound down. Right there. Much better. Much better. What's going on, Emily? Okay. They are now dead. Deal with me yourself. Great. That's what I wanted. Now you're dead. Shouldn't have dealt with me yourself. That was a mistake. And then up. Be a treasure chest here somewhere. It gives me a usable item. An infinite stone. Which we need to use. This is trash. This goes in storage. This is trash. And we're off. Off to High Mountain. So we just got our artifact fishing rod, which was the goal of today's stream. You just got your level 60 Blessed Mining pick. That's awesome. That is fantastic. Alright. So we're going to fly down here, and basically the goal is to get rare fish. I mean, that's really all there is to it.
The Drogbar are assaulting Thunder Totem, and too many of my forces have been drawn off to engage with the Legion. Can you assist us, champion?
So ideally, I'll probably just go ahead and use this thing and see if the... I don't know if the arcane lore affects this or not, but we're going to use it. And that's my lovely Underlight Angler, that non-grayed out one. And now we fish. So, we caught 4. If I'd kept my 17 from earlier, I'd be really close, but I was an idiot and thought, meh, it's not like I'm going to get the angler today, and then I did. So we'll fish our way to 25, or get the bait first, whichever is first. I can manually buy the bait for 25. Yeah, so these are fishing raids, Emily. So fishing raids are set locations, so this raid won't be up for another 6 days after this. So they're up a little more often than once a week. Basically every 6th day. Each raid is up. There's one for each of the 6 zones. So they go in rotation. And so this is one of the last times that this will be up. Oh, salmon lore. Salmon lore, salmon lore, salmon lore. Oh, that's incredible. So let's go put this right out in the middle of space. Use the lore. Fish the rare fish. Oh, that's so fantastic. Okay, so the rare fish that drop from this, if that guy would get off his mount, that would be really great. So we got a mountain puffer. So these mountain puffers can be used to grant artifact power towards our fishing rod. So for the next 5 minutes, we're going to fish without stopping to do anything, because we're going to see how many we can get, because that fishing lure is kind of hard to get. And basically for every puffer we get, we're getting 50 artifact power. We get our first upgrade to our artifact with 100 artifact power. So as long as we catch at least 2 puffers, we're in a good spot. Now having puffers from before this don't mean anything, these, because it only matters if you had the Underlight Angler at the time of the catch. So you'll notice that they don't stack anymore, because they're now artifact items, if you remember those. So artifact power items were something that we used for our battle artifacts. So we're going to try to get as many of these as possible. So we're already at 3 with 4 minutes to spare. It will take a second to do some damage to that guy and loot it. And I got another salmon lure. Oh, that's so tasty. So now that we have 2 salmon lures, there's no reason to attack anything that touches us because the salmon lures are unique, so I have another one. So as soon as this 5 minutes is up, I can immediately start another 5 minutes, but first we'll use all our artifact items. I don't know how long it takes to upgrade your angler all the way. I really just want water walking. That's what I want pre-BFA. So that's really the goal. That's the dream. Alright. I got a funky seashell, which means that we're going to get attacked by one of those guys that drops the lure. Just for having it in our inventory. So that'll be a solid interruption that I don't need. And the reason everybody's doing this now is it's been this busy all expansion, but like the only reason it's still busy is like my concern is that if I don't do this before the expansion drops, then there won't be this many people here again. And there's a real, the more people here, the more often it's spewing that purple stuff, and that purple stuff gives you better drops. So basically, every time anybody finishes a cast, they have a chance at spawning the thing that makes the purple stuff appear. So if you're fishing by yourself, it's up sometimes, but with this many people, there's constantly somebody finding the item. You can't find the item while the purple stuff is up, so you can't like stockpile the item. It only drops when the purple stuff is not up, and its sole purpose is to bring the purple stuff up, like now. So now we'll get better loot for about a minute. So when you're fishing by yourself, you can keep it up maybe like 3 or 4 minutes out of every hour. But when you fish with like, we're at like 37 people right now, it's up almost constantly. Which is very well. Alright, so 2 minutes left. You love your shiny new pickaxe. That is so cool. Very happy for you. Alright, so we're at 5. I'd love to see us get to like maybe 8. Is that greedy? We've got 57 seconds left. Six. 41 seconds left. Caught another funky shell. I feel like I'm having way better drop rates now that I don't need it. That's so funny. Yeah, you should get them all. That's awesome. Do it to it. Alright, so my fishing lure is up. I just wasn't managing it. So after this cast, we'll do it. I got 6 of the rare fish. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You must visit the artifact forge in the fishing hall. What? Alright, that's fine. We'll go back. I can be done for the day. Or ridiculous.
Well, Emily, I will say they're both about the same, but the botanist one does take a little bit longer because there are more items to gather as a botanist.
Oh, it's easier pick of the litter, which would make it easier. Because it's not gather all the items, it's just gather. Like it's most hinged by that gather the quantities, right?
Well, no, the blessed axe. It's literally gather one of every node, like one item from every like gather everything on your gathering list. You need to gather one of each.
You must visit the artifact forge. Oh, it's in my hall. Oh, well, that was in Valshara. Alright. I was right there.
That's if I'm remembering what you did.
Okay. So let's go forge this. If I remember where my forge is. Oh, it's catch all the unique fish? Okay.
Yeah, it's catch every unique item.
Wow. Okay. That'd be a lot for fish. There's a lot of hard to catch fish.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hard to catch fish.
I mean, they get better, but like ARR fish and fish, there's like some that you have to time of day, weather,
I'm trying something,
and then mooch on top of mooch. So there's like 2 of those.
Is it here? Is this my artifact? Oh, Archmage Catacomb.
Reflect.
What do you want?
Oh yeah, definitely. They didn't do time of day anymore. Well, they did, but it wasn't. It wasn't the weather. The weather was the problem.
Where? I don't know where my artifact power thing is because I didn't really level my druid until they were kind of done with that. Is this it? Class Hall quarter mass? Oh, I can't ever find anything. Do you sell anything I need?
The highest star.
Oh.
It's locked.
Alright. Just bought a lot of really expensive stuff. Okay. Do any of you guys know? Any of you play Druid and know where my artifact power of my forge is? Druid artifact forge class hall. Map of Dream Grove. Okay. Artifact Forge 6. It says it's right here. You must visit the Artifact Forge in your class hall. This tree I thought grew before. Okay, let's try this. Underlight Angler Forge? Man, I am stuck. Forge, it's what? 8.0? Because that's the problem, is they disabled the Forge when they gave us unlimited artifact power. But that doesn't... You upgrade your Underlight Angler at the Pearl in the Dalaran Fountain. Oh, well it says not here then. Okay. So let's go to the Dalaran Fountain. Great. Perfect. Success! Maybe. We'll see. Alright. Because I can't figure out how to do that otherwise. So I pushed enough for the first trait, and that's really all I wanted. I just wanted to get a taste of it. It's a ridiculous looking fishing rod. This thing. That floating pearl. Whoa! Look at all that stuff that upgraded. Cool. Okay. So, what I want... Become a fish when underwater. Under Light Blessing. But I don't need that because I'm a druid. Reduce enemy detection by 5 yards. That'd be nice. Walk on water. Right there. That's the one I need to get. So, that's what I'll have to do before BFA, is kind of just fish that up. No big deal. Very cool. On that note, guys, my normal, like, 1 to 1.5 hour streams is coming up on 3.5 hours. Looks like streams, my web browser's actually even, like, getting a little slow there. So, thank you guys so much for hanging out. It's been an absolute blast to do this much fishing and chat this much. Very glad that we got to hang out. I'm going to call it a day right here at 3.5 hours. We did an hour and a half this morning. That is 5 hours of streaming today. Really didn't intend to play that much video games today, but it just worked out that way. Glad I had the time to do so. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys tomorrow.